Hello and welcome to day 5 of the Course Junkie support program. I'm Tamsin Young, and yes, today is day 5, the final day in the 5-day support program of curing you of your Course Junkie addiction. And today we're really going to establish what is it that you want to be learning about. And the work that you've done in the last couple of days, particularly in day 2, is going to help you, because in day 2 you had to look at what was it that drove you to signing up, what was important to you, and you discovered how much of courses you really did. You discovered why you didn't complete the courses, how far you got to them, what were the problems with the courses that made you stop. And it may have been something to do with the course itself, or it may just have been you and something about you and not your ability to learn, but the way that you approach learning and how you have to consider it. And maybe it is also an internal belief that you need to work through. So today we're going to start looking at, and this is something that you're going to have to review on a regular basis, because it's going to change as you move in your life and you progress and you up-level your expertise and your skills on a continual basis. So what gaps do you have that you would like to learn about? And prioritize those ones. What is the most important thing for you to learn now? What is the most important things for you to learn this year? You can have a 5-year plan of what you'd like to learn about, and maybe some of the learning that you need to do may require more than 1 year as well. Maybe you need to go to university and get a degree, which is going to be 3, 4, 5 years, depending on how long it takes, whether you're doing it full-time or part-time. So there is no correct answer. There's no correct time period that you have to look at for what you're looking at. What you do need to look at is your commitments and what you are able to manage at any one time based on what you know now, because our lives can change in a moment and we don't always know what's about to happen in our lives. So you can only make your decisions based on where you are and with what you currently know, and by tapping into your intuition and deciding whether it's something that you need to be doing right now or not. So once you've established what you would like to know and what gaps you've got, have a look at the list of courses that you've kept and that you still want to go through, and see, are there any courses there that you've already bought that may fill that need that you're currently looking for? Because obviously that is the first place to look. If you already have a course that you've paid for and is waiting for you to do, that is a much better option than you going and finding and looking for another one. So have a look and see what you've currently got that you can utilize, that can answer what you need to be doing. And then have a look at the amount of money that you're prepared to invest in yourself. Now, I am a huge believer in investing in yourself. I am a huge believer in being a lifelong learner. I'll stop at saying we can never learn enough, because sometimes we spend so much time learning that we don't actually implement and live what we're learning. And sometimes we spend a lot of time on the surface getting to know a little about a lot of things, instead of actually going down deeper into one aspect and really becoming experts in that. But it's only you can answer those questions as to whether you spread yourself out or whether you go downwards in your learning. But have a look at how much you are prepared to commit on a dollar basis for your investment in you and in your learning and acquiring more knowledge and skill, expertise, even practical learning that you can do. And be prepared to stick with that budget as well. So that's where you need to prioritize and go, is this the best use of my dollars? I've only got $5,000 that I'm prepared to invest in my learning this year. This course is going to cost $4,000 and it's the 2nd of January. Am I prepared to invest the majority of my budget for the year in this one course that looks interesting, Or am I prepared to wait and see what else may come up and be available during the year? Because maybe it isn't quite the right course, but it looks really, really good. And yeah, those are the questions that you need to ask yourself, and be prepared to stick with the decisions that you've made. The other thing you need to look at is, what is your learning style? From the courses that you've got, online courses are always the best, the easiest to get sucked into and to buy and not to complete, because with a lot of the courses, there isn't anybody chasing you, even though they may have a Facebook group. They're not calling you out and saying, hey, where are you? Why haven't you done this? It's up to you to be accountable and to go and do the work and put yourself out there and do the work. So what is your learning style? Do you like to learn online or through an online course, or do you like to actually go in person to an institute or a small course somewhere and be with other people to learn? If it is in that, if it's an in-person course, what are the resources that you get given? Do you have access to all the material that they are presenting to you, or do you just get a summary of notes? Are there other videos for you to watch so that you can go through that information again? Because it's very easy to go to an in-person course, and it's very hard to remember what they go through. And if you don't have good notes about all the information, then it's very easy to lose that information. Whereas an online course that's always available, you can go back, and each time you watch a video, you can learn and take something new from the video that you've watched. But you've got to determine from the work that you've already done what suits you the best. Do you prefer working on your own, that you get the information, you don't want any further connection with someone? Do you work well in a group setting? Do you prefer a one-on-one setting? Do you like learning? Are you a visual learner? Do you like to have the videos? Do you want the audios? Do you need to do something in a practical sense? Do there need to be practical exercises for you to be able to absorb what is being taught to you? That it's all very well learning it on a theoretical plane. You actually need to have the practical implementation in the course. And then last but certainly not least is, how many courses can you actually do at one time? Because it is so easy, particularly again in the online environment, to take on more than one course that you're going to do later. When I finish this course, I'll get on and do the next one. You buy it and it sits there on your hard drive, and it never sees light of day again, because you've forgotten about it by the time you finish the current course that you're on, if you get to finish that one either. So spend the time coming up with a criteria list of what is really important to you. What are you looking for in a course that is going to help you make a decision that you can go through and tick the boxes? Does this course meet these requirements? And it may not meet them 100%. You then make the decision to see whether those items that you haven't ticked the boxes are those things that you can live with, that you're prepared to sacrifice that, because what you're going to learn in this course is going to be over and above what your expectations. So you're prepared to live with that. So today's exercise is to make that checklist of what you need from a course, so that after you've got over the initial hype of seeing that next online course or that next course or book that you want to purchase, you can go, well, hold on, I've got a checklist that I'm going to go and check and see whether this course actually meets those requirements, and I can make my decision from a more objective position than being emotionally grabbed, which is what the marketing is all about when they do their sales page. And I'm a sucker when it comes to those marketing pages. They get me every time, and I go, wow, I have to have this. So you work out what it is that you need, what is what can allow you to look at it objectively, that you can make a decision from your head and not just your heart. Bring them both into it. Obviously, it must be something that you want to really do, but make a think about it as well. Think about it with your heart, feel it in your head. So that is today's task. Come along and share any ahas and insights in the group and ask any questions. And please support and encourage your fellow participants in the Facebook group. And I will be announcing over the weekend the winner of the prize to the person who has participated the most in the Facebook group. And I'd like to thank you for taking part in the challenge, and I hope that you have learned something from this and that these 5 days will set you up for being able to be more mindful of any courses that you commit to in the future, that you don't just get emotionally dragged into courses. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group.